One day, you finally knew. You finally knew what you had to do. Not because someone told you, not because life gave you signs, but because you were done waiting, done pretending, done hoping that one morning you'd magically wake up with clarity. And when that moment came, it didn't feel like a movie. There was no music, no spotlight, just a quiet, almost boring realization that your old life didn't fit anymore. You looked around and thought, this? This isn't it. This isn't me. And for the first time, it didn't scare you. It made you feel calm, like your body already knew the truth. Your mind was just catching up. Most people don't get there. They wait for permission. They scroll, they distract, they survive. They think, one day I'll figure it out. But one day never comes unless you go out and steal it. And I know this because I used to wait too. I used to wake up and just drift. I'd stare at the wall, check my phone, and let the day decide who I was. Deep down, I knew something was off, but I couldn't name it. So I did what everyone does: fake it. Pretend it was fine. Convince myself I was just tired or overthinking. But it wasn't that. It was because I hadn't made the decision yet. The real one. The one that changes everything. You ever been so tired of your own excuses that you stop mid-sentence? That's what happened to me. I remember sitting alone, no distractions, no noise, just me and the uncomfortable silence I'd been running from for years. And then something clicked. I didn't need a new opportunity. I didn't need another book or another motivational speech. I needed to stop lying to myself. Because deep down, I already knew what I had to do. But knowing isn't the hard part. The hard part is letting go of everything that's not aligned with that truth. It's deleting the number, saying no when your voice shakes, leaving the room, the job, the plan, even if it looked perfect on paper. It's hard because the old version of you still wants to be liked, still wants to feel safe, still wants to be loved by people who don't even know who you are anymore. But when you finally choose to leave that version behind, even just a little, you get this tiny moment of peace, like, oh, that's who I really am. And yeah, it's terrifying. Because stepping into the life you actually want means destroying the life you've built to survive, but that's the price. And the day you realize you're willing to pay it, that's the day everything starts. Nobody sees that part of the journey. They only see the glow up, the confidence, the new you. But they didn't see the night you cried for no reason, or the days you didn't talk to anyone because your own voice felt too heavy. They didn't see you shake as you pressed send, or rehearse the truth in your head 100 times before saying it out loud. People think the breakthrough is loud, but most of the time, it's a whisper. It's that moment when you walk away from something you begged for just months ago. Not out of bitterness, but because you finally know your worth. And when you know your worth, you stop negotiating with your old self. The world doesn't hand you clarity. It hands you distractions. Clarity comes when you finally get quiet enough to listen, when you stop asking everyone what they think and start asking yourself what you feel. And it's not about being brave. It's about being done. Done pretending you're okay with the version of life that drains you. When you're done, you finally know. When I finally made the decision, nothing outside changed right away. There were no fireworks, no one clapped, no one even noticed. But instant, it was like I finally exhaled after holding my breath for years. I didn't need applause. I needed alignment. And for the first time, I could feel it. I wasn't chasing anymore. I wasn't stuck in the loop of doing things just because I always had. I started saying things like, no, that's not for me, without explaining myself. And that felt powerful. It wasn't about being cold or cutting people off. It was about finally protecting the version of me I spent years burying. You know that voice inside you? The one that whispers during quiet moments? The one you try to silence when you're scrolling, eating, rushing? That voice is the real you. And when you finally listen to it, you'll feel something you haven't felt in a long time: honesty. It's not a big moment that changes your life. It's 1,000 small ones. It's choosing yourself quietly, again and again, until your outside world finally catches up with your inside truth. Now, I'm not saying it gets easier. I'm saying it gets clearer. You'll still doubt, still feel lost sometimes, but you'll know which voice is yours and which one isn't, and that alone makes all the difference. You'll lose some people. You'll disappoint the versions of you they wanted to keep around. But the ones who stay, they'll love you for who you are now, not who you pretended to be. And most importantly, you'll love yourself again. Not the masked version. Not the version that kept peace to avoid discomfort. The real one. The one who got quiet. Who sat in the stillness. Who chose truth over comfort. That's what I meant when I said, one day you finally knew what you had to do. Because that day wasn't about courage. It was about finally hearing yourself again and deciding you're worth listening to.